Hey guys, and welcome to Fierce by Functional Fitness. So basically, the aim of this program is that we want to get you guys in cover model shape in 90 days. It's that simple. It's a very simplistic program, but don't be fooled by its simplicity. We really want to make sure that at the end of this program that you are looking and feeling in the shape of your life. We're going to radically change your body into that of a cover model. We want to reduce stress. We're not going to use any fatty diets, and we don't want you guys to be working out 7 days a week. Essentially, it's going to be training with us 4 days a week for about 45 minutes each time and following a sensible nutrition or a sensible diet. We are really excited about it. We've spent the last, 3, 4, maybe even 5 years in the trenches, researching what works, researching what doesn't work. We've traveled the world on different courses to try and discover and try and understand, what is the best way to get people in shape, get them healthy, and really make sure that they're living life to the full. And essentially, that's what this program is going to be about. Fat loss and the results that you get out of it are going to be a byproduct. We really want to focus on getting you healthy, and that's getting your body and getting your mind healthy. So we will focus quite heavily on mindset over the next number of weeks. We're going to teach everything we know. It's an expensive program, but the reason it is expensive is that we're just giving you guys everything we know, and we're going to implement it in this program to make sure that it works and make sure you get the best results that you can get. So essentially, what is Fierce? Well, as I said, it's going to be our signature program. We want functional fitness to be a business that in 30, 40, 60 years time, people are still telling their great grandkids about what a time they had in functional fitness, the friends they made, the fun they had, the results they got. But essentially, we want Fierce to be our signature program, and it's what we want to be remembered for, that we can change somebody's life so dramatically within 90 days through our cover model shape program in 90 days. We genuinely believe we can do it. We will all be taking part in this program ourselves as staff in functional fitness, and we're just really excited about getting you those results. So essentially, what's required, in terms of mindset for this program? And myself, David, and Paul have talked quite a bit about this, and we genuinely believe that people are addicted to the struggle. We come across it all the time. People are constantly seeking out the newest and the best ways to get in shape. They're reading magazines, they're moving from one training method to another training method, from one gym to another gym, from one diet to another diet. And really that's what we talk about. People are addicted to the struggle, and it's the struggle to try and get in shape all the time. Every time I eat out, every time I'm out, every time I talk to people, they always talk to me about wanting to get in shape, about the training they do, yet they focus on the minutiae, they focus on small details, like I'm trying intermittent fasting this month, I'm doing the 5-2 diet, next month I'm going to try the paleo diet, I'm going to try something different the next month. Really what this program is about, it's getting the mindset in place that, focus on this for 90 days. It's just over 3 months, and we want you to focus on nothing but this for the next 90 days. In terms of adjusting your attitude to training, that's the first mindset we want to get you guys into. You don't need to train 6 or 7 times a week to get the results that we're going to get in this program. We're looking to train 4 times a week, and each session will probably be about 45 minutes. We've scheduled an hour because we want to spend 15 minutes at the end, talking through any questions you guys have, bonding as a group, and really trying to resolve any issues that you have. The second thing in terms of mindset that's required for this program is that we need you to embrace a very simple model, and that's essentially what it is. This program peels back everything, and it's based on an extremely simple but an extremely effective model. Now, don't mistake simple for easy, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. The training will be tough. Nutrition, and sometimes you may find it difficult, but we're going to work to make it as much fun and make it as enjoyable as possible. Most people believe that having a cover body, or a cover model body is impossible. It's not impossible. And the reason that most people think that it's impossible is because the marketers out there have made us believe this. Marketers of food, marketers of magazines, marketers of home workouts, marketers who sell diets and nutrition pills. Really, these guys want us to believe it's impossible because we'll move from one to the next, one different product to the next product, and essentially we're not getting anywhere in life. You never end up succeeding with these products, but you keep on buying them. Essentially, in terms of this simple model, what it is, guys, is we're going to train 4 times a week, 45 minutes per session, for 12 weeks. We're going to follow a detailed nutrition plan, and we're going to get results. That's the long and the short of this program. The third thing that we'd ask you guys to do is to immerse yourself in this program. Immerse yourself in Fierce and really think about nothing else but Fierce for the next 90 days. There's millions of people across the world who are in cover model shape, who are in the shape that you want to be in. What we'd ask you to do is find a picture of a person who you aspire to and who's in the shape that you want to be in. Stick that picture up in your bathroom, put it beside your bed, put it somewhere where you're going to see it every morning and every evening. Another useful thing to do is put it as a screensaver on your phone so that you always see it. And really what we want is we want you to have that in mind. That's where you want to get. That's the result you want at the end of this program. The second thing in terms of immersing yourself in Fierce is understand your why. Why are you doing Fierce? What is it that you want to get out of it? Why do you want the results that you want? Why do you want to look like this person who you want to look beside it? Or you want to look like? The program is simple. There will be sacrifice. So you need to know why. Like some nights you're not going to be able to go out at the weekend. If you're going out, you may not be drinking. You may have to give up going out for dinner with some of your friends. It's only 90 days, but you need to understand why you're doing this program so that when people ask you that question to come out and come for a drink or let's go for a takeaway, you have a reason why you're not doing that. And the last thing in terms of mindset for this program is we want you to go on an information diet. Bin every magazine, unsubscribe to every website, stop liking Facebook pages and unlike Facebook pages which have anything to do with training or nutrition for the next 90 days. Go back to them in 90 days. We're not saying that we're the only option out there, but you need to go on an information diet because what happens is you'll start this program, we might talk about it, something like carb cycling, you'll read something in a magazine, you look at another website and they'll recommend against carb cycling, your mindset is going to be messed up and you're not going to be focused on the program. So essentially we want you guys to go on an information diet over the next 90 days. So how will the program work? What's it all about? There's 4 parts to it: consistent training, progressive overload, periodization and recovery. So in terms of the first, consistent training, I was in Liverpool during the summer and I talked with Chris Brown. I spent a weekend with Chris, who's one of the top fitness coaches and fat loss coaches in the UK. And again, Chris works with a very, very similar model than we work in functional fitness. And essentially what we broke it all down to after spending a weekend together was that all that people need to get excellent and exceptional results is consistent training. We go back to this thing of people being addicted to the struggle. They think I have to do 2 spin classes a day. I have to train 7 times a week. If I don't do it, I'm not going to get great results. Really what it's all about is consistent training. The second thing is progressive overload. We have people who consistently train, and I've seen it myself, and both David and Paul have seen it. We've talked about it. People who've trained for 2, 3, 4 years, but they're not seeing the results that they deserve for that training. And one of the main reasons is that they're not applying a simple concept, but a very effective concept known as progressive overload. And essentially progressive overload in this program will be that we will aim to increase the weight that you're lifting week on week over the 12 weeks. The best example I can give you of progressive overload, it goes back to a story of a Greek wrestler called Milo. And Milo had a calf. The calf was just born. And every morning he used to pick up the calf and walk from the front of the house down to the gate of the house, carrying the calf, and walk back to the house again. That calf grew heavier every day, but Milo kept on lifting the calf every day until the calf was a bull. He was able to do it. Why was he able to do it? Because of progressive overload. He got stronger one bit at a time, day by day. Now, I'm not sure whether that story is true or not, but it's just a good example that for you to get results that you require, you need to continue to push yourself every session and week on week. And we will do that with you through this program to make sure that there is progressive overload. The third thing is periodization. If you do the same type of training all the time, your body goes stale, your body goes flat, and it adapts to the training and we get used to it very, very quickly. So through this program, what we're going to do is we're going to apply periodization. It's a 12-week program. We'll completely change the program up every 4 weeks. So the first week we'll be doing a specific type of body compensation training, or the first month. The second month we'll be doing a strength type training, and the third month we'll be doing body fat and body split type training. So again, we'll be focused heavily on periodization. And the final thing in this program is recovery, and we really need to emphasize recovery in the program. You'll only be training 4 times a week for 45 minutes each time, but they're going to be very intense. We don't want you guys doing additional classes. We don't want you doing spin classes. We don't want you doing anything else other than Fierce for the 4 weeks, for the 12 weeks. And this is what we mean about going on an information diet and immensing yourself in this program. In terms of recovery, we'll be talking about nutritional strategies for recovery, but we'll also be talking about strategies such as foam rolling, sleep, cryotherapy, which is essentially ice baths, and what ways you can recover. You will be stiff and you will be sore during this program, but it will be worth it. The results are going to be absolutely phenomenal. So getting started, what's first? How is the program structured? As I've said already, there's going to be 4 training sessions per week. On top of that, we're going to do 1 lesson per week. So we want to educate you guys that at the end of this 12-week program, that you can go by yourself, walk into any gym anywhere in the world, and you know exactly how to train. You're going to have the body and you're going to look like somebody who knows how to train, but we want you to be educated as well. We do want to focus on results-focused nutrition, and really we're going to use a couple of different strategies throughout the 12 weeks in order to get you there. I'll take you through them in detail in the next few minutes, but essentially we're going to start off for the first 4 weeks by introducing you to paleo nutrition. From paleo nutrition, we're then going to introduce you to carb cycling for the second 4 weeks, and finally we're going to introduce you to intermittent fasting, which is quite an advanced nutritional strategy, but that's really going to get you the results that you require by the end of the 90 days. We are going to focus on smart supplementation. I want to take you through some supplements that we would recommend that everybody on this program use in order to accelerate and improve your results. And then finally, as I said in the previous slide, we're also going to focus on recovery strategies. How can you recover quick to get back in the gym and get increasing the weights every time that you train with us so that you can continue to apply progressive overload. So first of all, we want everybody to take before and after pictures. These aren't for us. We don't really care about your before pictures, to be 100% honest. Don't overthink this, just take them. It's that simple. Take one from the front, one from the side, and one from the back. We'll all be doing it. And essentially the reason for before and after pictures is the camera never lies. You cannot hide from a before and from an after picture. We want you to be able to compare your before and after pictures along the way, just for yourself, so that you can see what type of progress you've made. Genuinely, we cannot overestimate how many people come to us at the end of a program and say, I wish I'd done my before pictures. I know I've improved, or I know things have gotten better, but I cannot tell how much better they've got. You can compare it along the way, which is brilliant. As well as that, when you think I can't do this, or when you think this is shit or this is a struggle, you look back on your before pictures and you've seen how far you've come. I talked earlier on about having a picture of a person who you want to relate to as well, or who you want to look like at the end of this program. And as well as that, you can compare your pictures to that dream body to see how much closer. And once you have your before picture, and once you have that picture of your dream body, anytime somebody asks you to do something which is outside of the program, come on, let's go for a drink tonight, come on, let's get a takeaway, you can ask yourself the simple question, look how far, or you can ask yourself the simple question, will this take me nearer to or further away from my dream body? And you can look and see how far you've come in terms of your before and your after pictures. Measurements are going to be important, and we want you all to take measurements as well as part of this program, and we will take measurements on your behalf. But really, before and after pictures is where you'll see the results and see how you've improved. In terms of supplementation, there's 4 supplements that we require, and we'll take you through in detail why we use these supplements over the course of the program. But essentially they are lean greens. We want you guys taking a green supplement for the 12 weeks. We'll all be taking them, and the supplement that we recommend is lean greens. Greens drinks can taste like bog water. They can be very, very rough, and they look really, really bad to drink. Lean greens it's really, really simple to drink. It just tastes like water, and we have a supplier in Ireland who can now supply the product to us. We've only found him in the last couple of weeks, but we can give you the details of that supplier. The second one is fish oil, and a multivitamin is the third. We recommend these to everybody. They are the 2, with lean greens, are the 3 top supplements that anybody can take. And genuinely, if you take these supplements, they're supplements we recommend you take for life, not just for this program, but you will look better, feel better, and perform better from taking them. And the 4th one that we recommend, but it's optional, is protein. If you're getting enough protein in your diet, then that's great, but we find most people aren't. So again, there's sneaky ways that you can get additional protein into your diet by using protein supplementation, and we can get that into your diet through protein shakes, smoothies, post-workout smoothies, or workout smoothies. So again, it's an optional supplement, but it is one that we'd recommend. What are the habits? And these are the habits you guys are going to need to get used to over the next 90 days. Firstly, bin the caffeine. Coffee is the most sprayed product in the world with pesticides. When you're drinking coffee, you're essentially just drinking pesticides. So bin it. What we would recommend that you replace it with is green tea. And I can say myself personally, and I know David and Paul would share this, when we've binned caffeine and when we've used green tea, we see massive fluctuations in our body weight and in our body fat. It really does work. It detoxifies the liver, and it's a product that you guys should all be using. So look, bin the caffeine, get rid of it, and get on the green tea. If you don't want to drink green tea, there are other herbal teas, but stick with the herbal teas. And again, if you need that type of a kick in the morning, licorice tea, is good. And we would say drink Tulsi tea in the afternoon. And again, when we talk about supplements during the program, we'll go into a little bit more about the teas and herbal teas and why you should drink them. The second thing is develop a morning routine. Most of us get out of bed, we rush downstairs, we're too late to cook ourselves a breakfast, we have a bowl of cereal, and we're out the door to work. We're stressed, we drive straight into traffic, we're rushing, we're trying to pass out cars on our way to work, and what we've done is we've just sort of, heightened our stress, and we don't need to do that. So essentially what we're saying is develop a morning routine, and you'll see the last point is get to bed before 10:30. So if you're getting to bed before 10:30, we say you should be getting up half an hour earlier in the morning. We sleep in 90-minute cycles, so if you're getting to bed at 10:30, figure out what time you need to get up and set your alarm so that you are getting up at the end of a 90-minute cycle. In terms of morning routine, get up, get prepared for the day. What's for lunch? What dinner are you going to have that evening? What's going to be for breakfast? Cook your breakfast, prepare your lunch. Get out in the fresh air, get a walk. I'm only talking about 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes max if you need to, just to waken yourself up and really sort of enjoy the morning. Reduce your stress. We would always say to start your day with protein. It's the third habit. So again, eggs, fish, meat, a smoothie. We would recommend though that you do get protein, into yourself at the very, very start of the day. Over the course of the day, you guys need to be drinking 2 to 3 litres of water. We normally say, drink about half a litre for every 50 pounds of weight that you have. So again, you do the math, but you want to be doing about 2 to 3 litres of water. And again, at night, you want to be getting to bed before 10:30. Trust me, you will be tired in doing this program. You will be sore for the first number of weeks. So again, you'll probably be crawling up the stairs at 9:30, never mind 10:30. But do get to bed before 10:30 and do try and get as much rest and recovery in as possible. The results you will get from this program won't be got in the gym. They'll be got from your nutrition and from your habits outside of functional fitness, and that's why we recommend that you follow these habits. As well, in your morning routine, one thing that I forgot to recommend, try and implement some sort of a stretching routine in the morning, and we'll take you through some stretching routines in functional fitness, during Fierce that you guys can do over the course of this program. But I would definitely recommend that you do implement some sort of a stretching routine in the morning. So what's the structure of the program? How is it going to look, and why is Fierce different? So Fierce is expensive. We know it's expensive, but it's our signature program, and this is a program that will get you in cover model shape within 90 days. So we've structured the program to have an educational element to it, and have an element that will definitely get you from where you are to where you want to be. So week 1 is introduction, and essentially that's what this module is. I'm introducing you to the program and taking you through what you're going to need to do over the next 12 weeks. In week 2, we're going to focus on paleo nutrition, and that's the nutrition that we're going to have for the first 4 weeks of this program. And paleo nutrition is essentially, it's going back to eating the way that our bodies were made to eat. It's eating veg, it's eating meat, it's cutting out processed food, it's cutting out caffeine, it's cutting out alcohol, and it's really focusing on clean eating. And that's what paleo nutrition is all about. In week 3, we're going to go into a lot of details on supplements. So again, we'll talk about lean greens, why you should take it, the benefits of it. We'll talk about fish oils. We want to educate you on those and other supplements that you guys can or can't take, depending on your choices. We also want to take it through things like herbal teas, the benefits of those, and other good supplements which are out there. And again, it's all about education. Week 4, you'll be 4 weeks, you'll have 3 weeks done, you'll be going into the 4th week of the program. At that point, we want to focus on motivation and really drill into your why. It's going to be tough. You're going to have 12 sessions done at that stage, and you really need to go and focus on your why. Why do you want to do this program? What is your motivation, and how will you feel when you complete this program? So there'll be a lot of homework to do that week, but we want to focus on motivation. In week 5, we're going to introduce you to carb cycling. So again, we're going to continue with the paleo style of nutrition. So we're going to use, again, eating clean foods. But carb cycling is where we're going to cycle your carbs. So you're going to have a high carb day, a medium carb day, and a low carb day, depending on the training that you're doing. We're not into no carbs in functional fitness. We believe that carbs should be eaten, but again, we need to cycle those carbs, and essentially the best time to take your carbs are after training. Week 6, we're going to focus on recovery. And what we'd like to do in week 6 is we'd like to get you guys down to a cryo spa, and get into an ice bath so that you can focus on that type of recovery and see how that recovery works for you. As well as that, we'll have home workouts that you could do with a foam roller. We'll have a lot of mobility and a lot of stretching workouts, but we want to talk about recovery and talk a lot and educate you guys a lot about sleep. Week 7 is life application. And really at that point, it's looking back over the program and seeing, okay, how far have I come? You're just under 50% of the way through the program. What's worked well for you? Has goal setting worked? And how can you apply that to your life? And how can you improve your life if you want to improve your life? Week 8 then is really just a midpoint review, and that's really where we come together, we do some strength tests, we have a look back and see how far have you come over the last 7-8 weeks, and what do you need to do over the coming weeks, the coming 4 to 5 weeks, in order to make sure that you are going to hit your result. Week 9 is when we introduce intermittent fasting, and again this is a very advanced nutritional strategy, but we want to use this for the last 4 weeks to make sure that you get the results that you desire. Week 10 is going to be a mastermind, and that's essentially where we'll all come online, or we can answer any questions you guys have, through a lecture online. So we'll collect the questions over the course of the week and over the course of the course, and then we'll just come online and just bang out answers to all those questions. Again, as I said, this is all about education. We want to educate you guys. So at the end of the 90 days, when you have achieved the results you desire, you're educated and you know how you're going to go forward and going to apply these in your life and in your training. Week 11 is going to be focused on the training cycles. So as I said earlier on, this program is periodized. We're going to use 3 different types of training over the 3 months. And we want to talk to you at that point, week 11, about those training styles so that you can decide what one worked well for you and you can adapt that going forward in your training. And finally, on week 12, we want to review the program with you so that we can see how successful it's been for you, what's worked well, what hasn't worked well, why hasn't it worked well, and how are you going to go forward and how are you going to continue to train. So that's essentially the structure of the program. That's the way that we've developed it. We know it's going to be successful. As I've said, all the staff in functional fitness are going to be on this program as well. We're going to be making those changes with you. We're going to be going through the highs and through the lows. Talk to us about it all the time. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, let us know what they are. Drop us an email to info@functionalfitness.ie, message us in the group here, or pick up the phone and give us one of us a call on the mobiles. There's no problem with that whatsoever. I want to leave you with a really good quote that I came across in the last couple of months, and I think it's really, really important in terms of this course. I don't know what I'm capable of, I just know I'm fully capable. And I know that anyone who's doing this program, who's actually taken the step and said, yeah, I want to make this type of change in my life, I'm going to make this commitment, you are capable of doing it, you're fully capable of doing it, and we have every faith in you. We want to be here to assist you and to help you all along the way. So as I've said, just ask us. Whatever we can do to make sure you reach your goal, that's what we want to do. I'm going to leave you with a video. It takes about 15 minutes, and it's by a mentor of ours called Brian Grasso. It's called Life by Numbers. It's a life-changing video. What I would say on this is, lock yourself in a room, get away from the kids, get away from noise, get away from whoever's around you, and just take 15 minutes to listen to this video. I think it's a brilliant way for us to start off the Fierce by Functional Fitness program, and I hope that you guys get as much out of it as we've gotten out of it. We're really, really happy to have you on the program. We cannot wait to get you the results that you desire, and it's going to be a great 90 days. So the best of luck with it, and I hope you really, really enjoy it. Thanks, guys.
One man who can't sing, but believes that words, like water, possess the ornate power to shape granite and whittle stone, so has opted to speak instead of croon. "840 seconds to make you accept that your life is worth more, and you more capable than your current existence displays. 1,440 minutes you waste in a day. An indentured servant to the gossip surrounding the latest My Life as a Chemically Dependent Hillbilly Too Much Man Tan reality TV show. And that little doily napkin, your fat-free, no gluten, soy-based almond crunch bar served on at Starbucks every morning. A single moment of prophetic glory within which you come to realize the clandestine truth that has been staring you in the face since the beginning, but strategically concealed because your Ed Hardy hat has been pulled down too low over your longing eyes. That 2 + 2 = 4, and you can do more. Half credit for rhyming, because cadence ain't really my thing. 72 beats per minute, your heart urges you to act out the dreams you keep contained within it. 4 chambers working in synchronized harmony, pleading with you to live. $1,692,468 moments of regret and lamentation so far. $9,125 nights of repentance, the cold sting of yet another opportunity lost, and the empty promise of tomorrow actually being a new day. $6,861,360,140 could-be neighbors and comrades waiting for a catalyst, and the rare stroke of a genuine connection. A lone chance to walk over the same grass as Jesus Christ, Nelson Mandela, Gandhi, Edgar Allan Poe, Santa, the Easter Bunny, Tony Robbins, or any of the other great sages, revolutionaries, and soothsayers of our time. Assume you believe in that stuff. You, a solitary face in the crowd with no discernible traits symbolizing your uniqueness. Three compunctious tears rolling down a mother's cheek, wishing her baby could see the magic she sees, knowing her child's capacity to have become more is something she will forever keep to herself. 300 days a year she'll decide to ignore these pangs in her heart and cling desperately to the phrase, "Of course I'm proud of you. Insert your name here." "40 hours a week to punch into the job you hate and consider entirely beneath you. 12 bills and 10 happy hours a month paid for by the salary you get for living this life of the walking dead. Seven Gap sales, 13 clearance events, 240 coupons, 22 well-researched bargains, and 4 maxed credit cards have given you the wardrobe, car, and furniture so befitting your shallow, stale, and showy substance. chasm in your soul that runs 3.68 miles long and 7.2 feet deep for storing stuff where purpose and meaning are supposed to be. Two faces. One, a continually grinning and dazzling hide the truth at all costs show for the world. The second, reserved just for your mirror, and in those times when the loneliness and unfulfilled grief held in your subconscious pierces through your eyes, leaving you naked and heartbroken because deep down, you know I'm right. But 1,000,000 possibilities to chart a new course. One million and one ways to fuck up, reassess, correct, and keep trying. 15,922,876,325 breaths in a lifetime. But only one first gasp when you finally find your destiny. 906 rainy afternoons to put value in the world, rather than sitting sullen, wondering why he hasn't called. 2,075 cloudless blue skies to marvel at the perfection of your providence and all that you've created as you roar down I-290, going 90, and the sun dancing off your smile, as the stereo is screaming the latest feel-good song on B96. 183 crying nights as an infant, 42 scraped knees as a toddler, 107 noxious pimples as a tween, 8 broken hearts as a teenager, 77 caffeine-filled all-nighters in college, 6 failed job interviews, 5, I'm sure of it this time, she's the one loves, 4 perfect but expensive and sometimes pain-in-the-ass kids, 3, I gotta keep up with the Joneses' cars. 2 sensible retirement plans. A first gray hair. 7 pairs of pants that you wear around your nipples. 8 liver spots, 9 hemorrhoids, and the 33 pills that you ingest every morning to keep your blood pressure, cholesterol levels, heart rate, eyesight, and bowel movements regular have all brought you to this one question. Did I really do what I wanted to do? "99 beads of sweat collect on your brow because you recognize that if that final question was levied at you today, the answer would be no. 12 seconds to silently catch your breath, pretend to smile, and act as if I'm talking to the person beside you. 10 seconds to reevaluate and quietly calm the panic. 8 seconds to dread me for making you think past your next feel-good moment. 6 seconds to mentally rehearse how you will lie to yourself later tonight when the twinges of desperation and emptiness begin to grip and torment with their steely hands in the cold darkness. Tick-tock goes the clock, erasing you a second at a time. And in a snap, you fade to black. One gravestone, marked by 16 hastily arranged lilies, and visited exactly 2.5 times per year, when the only people you ever affected can spare a moment to trim the weeds that are springing up around the sole landmark that proves you ever even existed. The 7-figure proof of worth you built in your bank account. 4 living room sets you bought so you could match because you were too damn afraid to stand out. And 45,780 times you opted to follow the pack instead of etching your own path. All combined to make an uncomfortable pillow for your eternal sleep. An infinity to consider what could have been. 3,000 anguished screams of terror pushing at the interior walls of your coffin, hoping beyond hope that you could will your heart to beat again. A countless number of promises that should you be given the chance, you live free. Exude passion, dream in color, follow your gut, and liberate yourself from the road always traveled. Time's up.